Okay, what's up in the D? I'm one of the hosts, Keith Williams, and LaShonda is the other host. And we are at a wonderful establishment called Beautiful on 2438 Plymouth Road, Detroit, Michigan 48228. It's a beautiful establishment off of Plymouth, and it's Valentine's Day, and it's going to be a beautiful day when people start walking into the establishment. Hold on. Okay, this is What's Up in the D, where we tap into the culture, the business, the politics, and the power moving through our city every day. From downtown to east side, from west side to the neighborhoods, building a new wave is shaping Detroit. We're talking about it. This ain't gossip. This is growth. This ain't noise. This is a narrative. You're locked in. Let's go to work. Okay, let's go to work.
Let's go to work.
So I walked up to the counter. They have pound cake.
Yeah.
They have apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
They have a nice assortment of sandwiches.
Yes.
So if you was on the radio, what would you say, LaShonda, to the people? Would you tell them to come?
Yes, absolutely. I would tell them to come. I ordered the hibiscus elderberry hot tea. I love hot tea, and it is really, really good. So, yes, I would definitely come support a black-owned business, right? It is super nice in here. It is really nice. And, come in, we run into Starbucks, and we go to Tim Hortons, and we go to BB. Come to the Detroit Beautiful Coffee Shop and support black businesses.
I was on chat yesterday, and I was trying to find out how many black establishments, restaurants. It's very few.
It is.
We've been inundated by the Mediterranean culture.
Yes.
And when I was coming up, there was a greasy spoon on every corner. A greasy spoon.
Greasy spoon, okay.
A greasy spoon.
She kind of young. She don't
Yeah.
The term greasy spoon. I thought it was a squishy spoon.
It was a greasy spoon. There was a greasy spoon on every corner, and now you see a Mediterranean establishment on every corner, and you getting Coney hot dogs. But I was used to a Georgia breakfast: grits, eggs, sausage, salmon croquettes, and we're missing that.
Yes, we are.
So what you think?
I think we are missing that. I think, but I think it's systemic, right? It didn't just, happen where black people didn't want businesses, right? We had businesses, we weren't always able to keep those businesses or maintain those businesses. So it is very refreshing to see black businesses up and rising and thriving. So I'm excited.
You know what I'm so excited about, LaShonda, is this is a black establishment.
Yes.
And this establishment looks like it should be in Birmingham.
Absolutely.
It's in Detroit.
Yes.
It's by Rouge Park.
Yep.
It's by a nice church across the street.
Yep.
But it's a nice location.
It is.
And parking, but you got to get in where you fit in.
Yeah, because it's a busy business, right? And people are here. There's a DJ here. There's a family playing chess. Like, this is a really nice environment, right? Like, it's somewhere you can come and just have your tea, have your coffee, have a conversation, have a quick business meeting. First date, it's Valentine's Day. Maybe your first date could, be at a coffee shop. Something that's not so intimate, right? It's not a forced romantic dinner, but come and sit and grab some coffee, maybe a sandwich, and get to know that person.
I frequent this place. I'm here 3 times out of a week.
Oh, yeah, you're here a lot.
I done got addicted to that turkey and egg sandwich, croissant.
Yep.
And when I come in, the people are pleasant. It's a lot. It's a beautiful time when I come here, and I don't mind spending my money.
That's the thing too, because we spend, as black people, we spend money everywhere else. We'll spend the money at the Coney Island, as you just mentioned, right at the Mediterranean spot. We'll spend it down at the Ruth Chris. We'll spend it at, on Morton's. We'll spend it at all these expensive places. But when it comes to black businesses, we say, oh, they charge too much, or, we find reasons to not support black businesses. So what can we do that is better to get us with a realistic mindset? Like, because we have to understand sometimes black businesses are at a disadvantage, right? Because we don't get products cheaper than some of our counterparts, right? So we have to charge sometimes a little bit more to stay in business, right? But if we continue to support that, maybe we can bring that down. But if we never support Black businesses, then and we complain about pricing or customer service, and I believe that some of that is not saying that people have never had bad customer service with Black businesses, but I'm saying we use that as an excuse because we can have a bad experience one time with a Black-owned business, and that's good enough to never come back.
Yeah.
But when you go to Ruth Chris and you have a bad experience, you'll go back.
Yeah. Well,
Keep
we've
going
been,
back to the
You'll
Chinese
keep
restaurant.
going back.
we've been indoctrinated that white is right. And until we change that mindset, we're gonna always resort back to our slave mentality.
Wow. That's fair.
I didn't want to go there.
No, you go there.
The slave mentality has really engulfed. It has captured our imagination that we don't want to see nothing else float to that imagination.
Yeah, I believe they call that crabs in the bucket.
Yeah.
Right? You know, somebody else is doing good, you try to pull them back down because who you think you is? Why you think you can have a business? Like, I gotta work every day. Who you think you are? You know?
But let's think about this. This is interesting, the reverse psychology.
Yes.
A brother come in, oh man, they think they're all that, you know. But if you go into a white establishment, wow, this is great.
Absolutely.
The mindset changed.
Wild.
Mr. Charlie has got a lock on our imagination.
Yes, he does. Because that shouldn't be. And we have to, so what can we do to break out of that mindset, right? As a community, like on a individual level, like before, because once we individually start making changes, then we can affect our community. Then as a community, we can do better. But what can we do individually to start reversing that mentality?
So we're a Black business too, Courageous Detroit Network.
Yes.
We got multiple platforms. You're one of our hosts. So tell the listening audience about you.
Oh, okay. So I'm LaShawna Renee. I have a podcast called I Can Be Wrong, but I Doubt It on the Detroit Courageous Network, right? So where I discuss a lot of things, right? So my next topic is going to be, well, before I get into my next topic, a little bit about me, right?
Yes, we need to know a little about you.
I have 2 teenagers. Pray for me. Y'all pray for me.
Hey,
You got 2.
hold on.
Y'all pray for me.
Hold on, I got a 40-year-old teenager.
Not a 40-year-old teenager. I have 2 teenagers and they're boys. Somebody help me, cause they eat. They eat, and I'm trying to survive out here. I'm trying to survive. But yeah, so I'm a divorced mom, right? So I was married to their father. I'm no longer married to their father. So here I am,
But look at you.
Foot the bill.
You're beautiful as ever.
Oh, thank you. I'm beautiful. I will take that. But yeah, so Chess, I started recently pastoring a church on last October.
She a Christian too.
Yes, I believe I love the Lord. Okay, I love the Lord. So yeah, so I just try to I have a very jovial personality, very, very goofy. I laugh at things I probably shouldn't.
Well,
and
you got a sense of humor.
Yeah, it's and it can be dark sometimes, but it's there. Nonetheless, it's there. And I grew up in Inkster, moved to Detroit, and so I'm dual. I have dual citizenship.
So you also me and you have something in common.
Oh yes, I graduated from Henry Ford High School.
Go to Mighty Trojans.
Yes, go Trojans.
Yes.
So,
She was in the latter years, and I was in the beginning years.
Yes. So, yes, definitely graduated from there. And, I don't know what else to say about me. It's hard to talk about me.
But, if you can't talk about yourself, who else going to tell it? You got to tell your story,
Fair. But that's what I can think of right now. But I know some more will come up later. But, yeah. What else you want to know about me?
I'm surrounded today around some beautiful Black women, and it's a joy to see beauty.
Yeah.
Okay, and a professionalism, and and striving to be the best.
Right.
So I'm just in. This is a beautiful place.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is really the aesthetics. It's clean. It's new. It's very well put together. It's well decorated. It's, like you said, it looks like it could be downtown,
Yes.
slap smack in the middle of Birmingham. Like it is very, and that's just not a, flattery. It's just the facts, right? It's a really nice place.
You know, we have to support these kind of establishments. When you see one, there's another restaurant on the east side, and I go to that periodically. Nice food. It's right off of Connors in 94. It'll come to me. But I want to go around, take what's up in all around the city of Detroit, and finding the jewels, and let them and let's promote them. And while we're promoting them and promoting those establishments, we're promoting ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That would be nice because I think there are so many black-owned businesses now in the city. And yes, thank you.
Get them over at the building.
Yeah, so we have so many black-owned businesses in the city. It would be excellent, to highlight that. Showcase black excellence, change the narrative, like you were saying, that mindset on, the white person established, oh, this is so nice, but the black person established, that different, so keeping black excellence in our faces, I believe, is going to help us a lot.
We're. I look at downtown and all the money's being matriculating downtown, and the money's leaving the neighborhoods, going into somebody else's pocket, and it's not staying within. And so I'm trying to do my part to keep the money within Detroit and the neighborhoods, because if the neighborhoods prosper, people prosper. And I'm working on a thing called Hope Zones, where, in downtown, the business community capture the taxes, and that money goes back into those businesses. But what I'm trying to do with this Hope Zone is the money you can capture the taxes in the neighborhood, and that money goes back into the neighborhoods.
Oh, that would be good.
And it's going through a legislative process. But the most important thing about it, I created my own economic theory. And it's called upside economics.
Okay.
You invest in people, and they grow the economy.
Oh, that's good.
And that's true. If you put money in people's pockets and you give them a mindset that they can be all that they can be, that money goes back into the communities.
Absolutely.
And you can use this money after the capture. You can use it to fix the roof.
Yeah.
You can fix your infrastructure.
Yeah.
If there's a vacant lot, you can use that money to do that.
Absolutely.
And then how's it going to be run is that each zone would have a board.
Okay.
And you have to go to that board to get the money.
Okay.
Instead of going downtown to that bureaucracy, you go to a neighborhood warming center.
Okay.
I'm calling it a warming
the
center.
Warming center, yeah.
Yes, where the money is.
Yeah,
and it's going to warm. It's warm to our hands, and it's not going to be fighting and all that other stuff, and bureaucracy and all that other stuff. So I'm trying to do my part.
That's excellent. That's really excellent. You definitely at your 70th birthday, okay? Because somebody just turned 70, okay? Happy birthday again.
I'm not living to die.
Okay.
All right, that's a good one. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Everybody, I see brothers, they walk around hunched over, and I can't get that. I wake up every morning with vitamin C. I put on me some nice slacks, put on me some nice shiny shoes.
You be dressing.
Hey.
They say call you rich because you be dressing. Okay.
Hey, because you turned 70 on me, you're supposed to give up.
No, absolutely not. But what I brought up your birthday party in particular is because you received a lot of your flowers because of a lot of the work that you do in the community, right? That you don't always get the recognition you should get for it.
I'm not looking for all that.
But no, I didn't say you were looking for it. It's just you got to give credit where credit is due, right? Mm-hmm. And you were just talking about the Hope Zones that you were, you're putting through is going through legislation, right? But that's the heart and the essence of who you are, right? You're so pro community, you're so pro black, And we need that, right? Like, because sometimes a lot of people get the education, get the jobs, get the businesses, and they move on. And, you know, we move to the suburbs and you start, you know, your life out there. You don't think about the city that helped to build us and make us who we are, that have the resilience, you know what I mean? Then we go out into other elements and we don't live that life anymore, or we don't necessarily look for ways to give back, right? And so I just wanted to give a moment to you, because honoring you, because you do that, right? You live that, you breathe that, that's who you are.
You know, the old saying in the Bible, to whom much is given,
Much is required.
much is required.
Yes.
And when you give, you shall receive.
Absolutely.
When you're always trying to receive
Yeah.
and don't put nothing else out there,
Right.
it's gonna backfire on you.
Absolutely. You can't get that way. Absolutely.
So, Wendy, I love this place.
Yeah, it's nice. I come up here, not as much as him, but I've come a few times, and it's really good. I want to give a shout out to the DJ in the house. The music that you hear in the background is DJ Mike Matters. He's here today. They're going to do an event for Valentine's Day where they're going to do hug. I forget what they call it.
Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses?
No. It's on the flyer
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry. Let's read this flyer.
They're going to do
Oh, a hug warming.
hug
Oh,
warm,
so
yeah. And it has to, well, it's Valentine's Day, but it also has to do with mental health and physical touch, and
Yes.
and that people don't get and they crave.
Yes.
You know, because they did a study on babies, when they had babies that weren't touched and babies that were
Absolutely.
touched, and how they develop.
Yeah.
It really interfered with their
I'm a,
development. as
I'm
they
a
got-
baby.
Okay. But y'all, I mean, this is
I want my
awesome.
hug.
This is awesome. This place is beautiful. When Keith came up here and came back and raved about it.
Yeah.
And then he brought me up here a few Saturdays ago, and the food was excellent. The service is great. The place is just beautiful. It's clean. It's well organized. It's not cluttered. And they're going to have their grand opening. So we're going to get the owner, one of the owners here. And then she's gonna come over and she's gonna tell us
Y'all
about
two
the
can
events
talk,
that they
right?
have coming up. Okay.
So you
And
want,
then we got another new on-air personality
Nice.
in the house, Miss Leah B. And we're gonna have her come on real quick and tell about her show. But right after we talk to the
No.
owner here at Bruford. So y'all stay tuned, stay locked. We're gonna run a commercial and we will be right back.
back. It's good.
Is it filmed?
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. For more information on how to pay delinquent property taxes, visit our website, treasurer.waynecounty.com, or call us at 313-224-5990. We're here to help.
The company's good because it's a touch.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-460-3829.
Attention! This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
Call 866-433-4500. That's 866-433-4500. Again, 866-433-4500.
The world is a big place, let's go see it. With 3 pickup spots across Detroit, at Big City Bus Tours, veterans get 10% off, and you can literally pay with Cash App on the bus. How convenient is that? We're Big City Bus Tours, and we make travel easy. Whether you need to get to Cedar Point, Toledo on Tuesdays for just $85 round trip, or even Metro Airport, we've got pickup locations that work for you. Eastside location at 6 Mile and Row at 8 a.m. Westside location meets us at Home Depot on Myers at 8:30. And if you're near Michigan Avenue, we'll grab you at Livernois at 9 a.m. No cash, no problem. We take credit, debit, and yes, Cash App's right there on the spot. Plus, every ride comes with free refreshments because we actually care about your comfort. Seniors over 65 save money too. Stop stressing about gas, parking, and all that driving nonsense. Let us handle the road while you handle the fun. Book now at BigCityBus.com or just scan to pay with Cash App. BigCityBus.com, the world.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. For more information on how to pay delinquent property taxes, visit our website, treasurer.waynecounty.com, or call us at 313-224-5990. We're here to help.
You know, whatever else, you know, you want to share and just... Oh, we're on? Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to the Courageous Detroit Network. I am your host, LaShawna Renee, and I am here with Beverly, one of the owners of the Detroit Beautiful Coffee Shop, and we were just talking about how amazing it is in here. Welcome, Beverly.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I just want you to tell all of us about this shop, what, the passion behind it, why you guys open it up, and just tell us what you guys got going on here.
Passion for coffee is really funny because me and my mom opened up this coffee shop and neither one of us drink coffee.
Okay. Well, let's dig into that. So how does one that doesn't have dig into that. So how does that work?
Okay, we're located, our first location, the building is attached to her daycare center. So all down this block, she owns daycare centers, and she's been over here for like the past 20 years, and she had a building become available, and was, we didn't know what to do with it. I actually suggested a laundromat, so this was almost maybe beautiful.
Okay, beautiful laundry. Okay.
Instead, she won, and she reminds me every day that her idea was better.
Okay.
And, we became a coffee shop.
That's pretty cool. I mean, what I do love about that was, although you may not have had a passion, like neither one of you were coffee drinkers, but you were able to tap into the need, right? Because we definitely, as a community, in the morning on that rush, on the run, on that 9 to 5, we're stopping at Tim Hortons, we're stopping at Starbucks. We got to have our lattes, our frappuccinos, and our coffees, and we have to get our fix. So just knowing, tapping into that market, because the demand is definitely there, and so, but it's not a lot of black.
Exactly. And my mom, she's very community focused, so she foresaw that there's nothing over here, nowhere for people to gather, nowhere for people to get their coffee, tea, and whatever.
Right.
So she knew that, she saw it, and like I said, she reminds me every day that I was wrong. Okay. Wrong, and she was right.
Ain't that a black mama for you?
For sure.
They're gonna tell you you're wrong. No, I was right. No, I absolutely love that. I love the black excellence, and I did not glean over the fact that there's a daycare. You said your mom owns a couple of buildings over here, so she was.
Yeah, no, she owns like this entire block, pretty much. And like I said, she's had it for decades. She's been here for a long time, so she knows the community. She knows all the kids around here, all the parents around here. Right. So it just made sense, and everyone, she pours into them, and they pour right back into us. So we like beyond grateful.
I love that. What I love about that is the community, right? It's just that, she had, a daycare, right? Now she's, having kids, and then build a relationship with parents, and then build a coffee shop, and then it's like you already have this, I'm sure people drop their kids off and come over here and grab some coffee.
Yes.
Like on their way, on their hustle and bustle, you know what I mean? So that's just amazing that she was able to see that, and you guys were able to be supported by your own community that you support,
Absolutely.
So I absolutely love that. So you guys have a couple of things coming up.
Yes.
You guys have a grand opening. So let's talk a little bit about that. That is super exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you. So Detroit Beautiful, we're doing so well that we're opening up our second location. That will be on, that will be on 6 Mile and Schaefer. Okay. I'm the worst with directions, y'all. All I know it's near Sinai and it's across the street from Teresa's. Yes.
Okay.
So that grand opening. Yep.
Or the KFC.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That grand opening will be March 8th.
Okay.
So please come by, support, and we always have events going on. Today we have like a hug party for Valentine's Day. Like it's a group of people. They have a community and they get together and hug and just like for therapy. And I love it. So
I absolutely have never heard of that, but absolutely love it all at the same time.
And then we have like a couple of council people doing their coffee talks here. So we have an event almost, I would say every week going on here. So it's always something. Just come on down, check us out. The food and coffee and everything else is really good.
Yes, I've been sipping on this.
Like today we have gumbo.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's her new little thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Nakaya is like the manager here. I actually run nothing. I have no power here. I'm just a co-owner. Nakaya really runs the joint. And if you've been here before, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Me and my mom, we're just the pretty faces. I definitely am. I don't run anything here. I'm not a boss here. Yeah, I just show up. Yeah.
We love that. We need a pretty face around, so that's good. That'll attract more customers. So you're needed. You're doing your part.
I love it. Okay, cool.
We all got our roles to play, honey. You play yours, and that's all good.
Love it.
So that is awesome. So you guys, you have a community people that come in who are going to host like the hugging. So that's something. So you guys partner with a lot of other organizations to host things here.
We let them host for free. All you need to do is just let us know, email us, or come in here and let us know the time and the date. Like I said, this is like community focused. So if you have a group, you have a nonprofit, we have people coming here plan their baby showers, plan their bridal showers.
Okay.
So it's like a meetup for anybody. But if you want us to be well prepared and staffed, just tell us ahead of time. But you can have your event up here. We welcome you too.
That's amazing.
And would love to host you.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for all that you guys do in the community, even for the free hosting, right? That goes a lot. That goes a long way, right? With just even doing that and the way that you guys pour back into the community. And we're looking forward to your grand opening on March 8th on 6 Mile and Schaefer. Please come out and support this Black-owned business run by beautiful Black women. Come and support. They are opening up another location, so a second location. They're doing so well that they are able to open up another location, and that is awesome. That is amazing, and we celebrate that, and we want them to succeed. So get yourselves over there on March 8th. 6 Mile and Schaefer, Detroit Beautiful Coffee Shop.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank you so much, Beverly. Thank you so much. I enjoyed talking to you. Is there anything else that you would like to share before you leave us?
No. Happy Valentine's Day. Stay safe, stay warm, and come warm up with some coffee and tea and everything else.
All right. Well, I have one more question for you. What are you doing for Valentine's Day after you leave here?
I'm going home. I'm getting some rest. I'm gonna walk my dog, and then I'm going to get some well-deserved rest. Yes.
That sounds like a lot of self-love, and I'm not mad at it, okay? That sounds like self-love, taking care of self, mental health, all of the things, which is important.
Absolutely.
Right? I think we limit sometimes Valentine's Day into romance, and that's fine too, right?
Good for you.
Right, good for you. I love that for you. But we tend to pigeonhole it, and we don't think about, it's a day that I can actually pour into myself and
get
take
some
care
rest.
of myself.
Absolutely.
So I absolutely love that, and so
I need a break from all the other businesses.
Absolutely. So that is awesome. So you guys let us know what your plans are this Valentine's Day. So if you don't have plans, you can come to the hug event here and come get you a hug.
Yes.
A touch. Come get you a touch. That's okay. A nice healthy touch.
Yes, right.
You gotta clarify.
Yes, okay.
You gotta clarify.
There won't be
Nice, healthy
consent
touch.
here. Okay.
Nice, healthy touch. So, well, thank you again so much, Beverly. We are
you.
enjoying being here. Thank you for having us here. We are
course.
enjoying it. It's a beautiful, beautiful shop. And again, I'm saying it again. Come on out and support. Even if you can't make it today, they're going to be here. Are you guys open every day?
Every day except Sunday.
Except Sunday. So tell us your business hours.
You don't know what they.
Okay.
We're Monday through Friday, 7 to 6.
Okay.
Saturday, 8 to 6.
Okay.
Call first.
Okay, that's it.
Call first.
Google.
Yeah.
Detroit Beautiful
Call
Shop. Call.
Yes.
What hours are you open?
But I'm almost for sure those are the right hours. Yes.
Just to confirm. We can neither confirm nor deny these are the hours, but Google or call first, okay?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
again,
you.
Beverly. Thank you so much for coming on again. Thank you for having us. And we appreciate you. And so we'll be right back after this commercial.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. For more information on how to pay delinquent property taxes, visit our website, treasurer.waynecounty.com, or call us at 313-224-5990. We're here to help.
Detroit, stand courageous. It's your hour, your voice. I'm Keith Williams. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. From the heart of the city, rising strong each day, we lift our voices up and won't be turned away. Truth in every story, hope in every line, walking boldly forward, your journey, your time. Stand courageous, hey. Stand tall, hey. We're called to rise, no fear at all. Together in the struggle, together in the song, with courage as our anthem, we all belong. This is courageous Detroit, with Keith Williams. Yeah. Find your voice, stand courageous, Detroit, with Keith Williams. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can talk, but you can't.
Hey, welcome back to Courageous Detroit Network. I am your host, LaShawna Renee. We are here broadcasting live at the Detroit Beautiful Coffee Shop here on 20438 Plymouth Road in Detroit, Michigan, 48228. We would love for you to drop by and support this Black-owned business. And I am here with our next guest, Leah B. She has a new podcast, or new show, a radio show, not a podcast. She has a radio show on the Detroit Network.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about your show, Leah.
Okay.
Well, first introduce yourself.
Okay.
Then tell us a little bit about you. Then tell us about your show.
Okay, well, my name is Leah B. Well, Leah Barnes, but Leah B. Yes. And I have a podcast. It's called In the Mix with Leah B. And I started podcasting in 2020. And March of 2020.
Yeah, the pandemic, you know, who's finding something to do.
Yep.
Yeah, getting those patches out.
Yep. Actually, what made me start this whole podcast journey is because I wanted to go into radio.
Okay.
And I got my degree in communications from Oakland University.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. That was back in 2008.
Oh, still, congratulations.
Thank you.
It was still an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And I always wanted to go into radio. I always loved the podcast itself is a music history podcast because I love music and history.
Okay.
So it's on black music, R&B, hip hop, jazz, gospel, things of that nature.
Okay.
So, and other topics as well.
Okay.
So, yep.
That's awesome. So when does your show come on?
It comes on Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. and on Saturdays at 11 a.m.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your show. I know there's something unique about your show. So tell us that unique factor that your show has.
Well, I mean,
yeah. Don't be shy.
It's just, I'm trying to, man.
So you talked about history.
Yes, music. It's like it's various artists. Like where it's like a where are they now? Like a behind the music type of vibe.
Yeah.
Unsung type of vibe. That's what the show is about.
Okay.
So I talk about artists from like you've never heard of, and artists you haven't seen in a long time. I kind of break down the history of them and facts and
when
stuff.
you did your research, who was the most what was the most interesting artist that you did like research on that you talked about on your show that we would be shocked or intrigued?
Like I think I got like
anyone that you found like, oh, this is interesting. I didn't know that.
I would say like Roberta Flack.
Okay. Now what was it about Roberta Flack?
Like where she grew up and stuff like that, and like where she grew up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now where did Roberta Flack grow up?
She grew up in oh my goodness.
That's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
She grew up in like New York and whatnot. So and it's little facts of the artists that I particularly I got so many episodes.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I remember watching Unsung about Cheryl Pepsi Riley.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know a lot of her backstory. And one of the things that was very interesting was like she was a nurse, right?
Okay.
And she was doing nursing when like her music career wasn't going so great. And before she started doing like the Tyler Perry like plays and singing and things like that, I'm like, oh, she fell back on nursing, right? She had that to fall back on, and she had adopted like her sister's, I think her sister or either her brother. It was a sibling, her brother. Her brother had died, and they ended up adopting his children. And so she had now her music career didn't, take off, and then she fell back on nursing. But now they have these children to take care of. So it was very, very interesting dynamic.
Actually, I take that back. The artist that intrigued me was Luther Vandross. And I didn't know that he was like he would do jingles before he became into the industry. He was a jingle singer.
I heard that.
So
he was a jingle guy.
Yeah,
that is interesting because his voice was so powerful and it was such a unique voice. And not many people would think that somebody that caliber, because of course when he's introduced to us, he's the big Luther Vandross, right? So we don't think this is somebody's doing jingles.
Right.
And so it's like you wouldn't have thought that, and then when you found that out, it's like, oh my.
Right.
So I get it. That is definitely a very interesting fact. Luther Vandross.
Yes.
So just is there anything else you want to share with us and tell us about?
Well, I grew up. I can tell you about myself.
Okay,
I mean,
I here in Detroit.
Grew up. Yes. Well, I'm a true suburbanite.
Okay.
So I grew up in
Detroit.
Metro. Yep.
Right,
Metro group. Yep.
Okay.
And I also there's another reason why I started the whole podcast. My brother, he had passed away, and back in the 2019, and he was like he loved music, and he was like the catalyst of it all. So
So there we go. So that was your passion. So that was your way to honor your brother.
Yes.
Well, I am so sorry to hear about your brother's passing.
Thank you.
But it is so great. I definitely believe that when our loved ones pass on, to try our best to honor them in everyday life, whatever that looks like, right? And that's beautiful that you found a way to do that. You found a way to honor him by, pursuing something that not only you're interested in, but also something that he was interested in that you could definitely, keep his spirit alive.
Yes.
Honoring him and remembering him with that. So that is absolutely awesome.
Yes.
So what's the age? So was this just you and your brother, or do you have other siblings?
I have an older brother. He's like 11 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay, it's like brother, dad.
Yeah. Pretty much. But he never lived with, I never grew up with him.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is awesome. That is absolutely amazing. So, so go support, listen to her show. Where's it airing? Where's your show airing?
On Courageous Detroit Radio.
Okay. On Courageous Detroit
and it's
Radio.
And also other platforms as well.
Okay.
On Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio.
Okay, you out there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I love that. So go and support her in the Miss with Leah
B.
In the Miss with Leah B.
Yep.
On Spotify and iHeartRadio and the Courageous Detroit radio station. And go ahead and support her and listen in Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. and on Saturdays at 11.
Yes.
All right. So go in and support in the Miss with Leah B. So thank you so much, Leah B, for joining us and allowing us to hear a little bit more about you and your show.
Thank you.
And so we'll be right back after this commercial break.
All right.
Attention! This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
Call 866-433-4500. That's 866-433-4500. Again, 866-433-4500.
That's good.
I end up getting a turkey, but then I got a little
The lemonade is real good too.
I'm getting some before I leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some on my way out, rather. That's delightful. Oh, that was really good.
Is there anything you need from me?
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-460-3829.
I
didn't know if you knew.
Are we live? Okay. All right. So, welcome back. Welcome back to the Detroit Courageous Network. I am your host, LaShawna Renee, and we are broadcasting live at the beautiful Detroit Beautiful Coffee Shop located at 20438 Plymouth Road in Detroit, Michigan. Please come out and support black businesses, okay? Y'all go to Starbucks, y'all go everywhere else, come support black businesses, okay? Please and thank you. So I am here with a beautiful young lady who is hosting a hug event here at the Beautiful Coffee Shop today. So we want you to come out and support that, and she is going to tell us about herself and about about the event.
Yes, hi. Well, my name is Lakeisha Irvin, and I am 50. So I'm, in a nutshell, I'm learning myself again. Oh, thank you. But I'm learning myself again at 50. Grown kids, just trying to figure out. I'm divorced, so just single and just trying to figure out who I am now, what I enjoy doing. So I want to create a community of people in my age range, 40, 50, 60s, and 70s, where we can all get together and just have good, just genuine fun, platonic fun, and just have conversations. I feel like we're lacking that. We're tech friendly, we're inboxing, and I'm like, I want to take it back. So when we used to sit on the porch and talk till the street lights came on, I want us to have those engaging conversations, because as we get older, we need that for cognitive health. We need that engagement. So I just want to build a community that we can come together and do things, just different activities.
I love that. That is so beautiful. Lakeisha. So I'm going to ask you, how long have you been doing this?
So this is actually my second event. So my first event, I did that, and so I said, you know what, I'm just going to keep it going. So I'm new at it, but
we have to start somewhere. We don't despise humble beginnings. We have to start, right? If we don't start nothing, that's how it grows, right? It has to start somewhere. But I love, from what I'm hearing, I'm divorced too, so I understand. I am not 50 yet, but it got me in between the washer and dryer. So I'm very, very close. Right? But what I appreciate is because I can relate, because as going through divorce, and my children are teenagers, they're not grown, but I still had to go through that same journey that you just spoke about, right? Learning who in the heck am I? Outside of being somebody's wife, outside of being somebody's mom, who are you? Right? What do you like? Because we can get it's so easy to get caught up in, my husband like this, my kids like this, and we're fine with doing that, right? But then when that's not the governing thing in our lives, it's I gotta know what I want to eat. I can just, you know what I mean? Because something as simple as what I'm gonna eat for dinner. Because where I can just ask, hey, what y'all want? Right. Oh, we want steak.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And now it's like, what do I like? Do I actually like steak?
Right. Or do I even want it? Right.
Is this my thing?
Right.
Like, am I into this? Like, do I want chicken?
Right.
You know, but we go through that. And you also talked about something. I hate this new climate that we're in. You talked about that too, as far as this technology piece, how it's ruling, and we rather inbox, and I feel like, and I get it. People find love. It get weird for me in there, and I'm like, I admire and I get that people,
right?
But it's like nobody has ever came to my inbox and I thought, okay, maybe you. Like, it's always been like, is you okay?
Right.
Like, is your mind well? And I'll give you an example. I had a guy, and it was supposed to be a pastor, which made it even a little crazy. He came to my inbox, oh, you're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thanks. Went right from that to, I would like to get to know you. Okay, most people just at least just send you a few messages. He goes right into, can I get your number?
Right. You could be from Africa.
I'm like, no, sir.
Catfishing me.
I said, I don't feel comfortable. I said, I feel comfortable giving you my number.
Right.
Sends me his and say, call me.
Oh, wow.
So is you okay?
Yeah.
Is your mind well?
Yeah.
Do you really know Jesus for real? Because that's just not even smart.
Right. Oh, right.
But it's like, but again, that connection where it's just like, you know what I mean? We've lost that. And so we don't have that connection. And so I love that you're creating an event where people can come of like minds.
Yes.
Right? Ain't nobody forced. If you're not like minded, you have to participate. Right?
And this is a God feel event. So the foundation is Christ first and foremost. The period. That's first and foremost.
Absolutely.
That's it. I'm led by Christ. If it's not of God, I'm not doing it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I love it.
So that's
that makes it even more beautiful.
Yes.
I absolutely love that.
That's him. And then we're not done. We're just beginning. So that's what this. I want. Let's get out the house and let's have fun and live our life, because it's not a dress rehearsal.
It's not.
We only get one.
It's not.
This is it. One and done. So let's rock out being adults of grown kids. We did everything for everybody. The first 50 was for everybody. This next 50 is for me.
That's it. I love that. I hope that Now I'm going to say it how I was going to say it the first time. I pray that your event becomes bigger than you could ever imagine.
Thank you.
And I pray that the Father would breathe upon this, because I sense the sincerity and I sense the genuineness.
Thank you.
And I really am asking the Father, even in this moment, to really enlarge your territory and your coast.
So much.
I'm really asking the Father, even in this moment, to begin to allow your gift to make room for you. And I believe, and I'm just flowing with the Holy Spirit right now, and I believe that the Father is going to make room for you. I believe, and I'm speaking prophetically now, that God will begin to move for you, and that God will begin to move out obstacles that have been in your way. I pray that God will begin to move supernaturally in your life, even the things that you are creating for others. I pray in the name of Jesus that the Father will curate for you. What you are setting out to do for others, that God would establish in you. The love that you're trying to create for others, that God would create in you. That He would begin to surround you even the more. I know, even as a divorced woman, you lose so much of yourself. You're trying to find who you are, your worth, your value. And I pray in the name of Jesus that the Father will begin to restore your value. And I curse every lie that the enemy has spoken in your ear, that has denounced or tried to speak against your worth and your value. In the name of Jesus, I silence you now. You are a liar in the name of Jesus. And I speak and decree and declare that you are loved and you are worth. You are a valuable woman in the name of Jesus. And I just even see that God beginning to bring a new, fresh love when you're ready. Because right now, you really don't want it. You really don't want it right now, but you want it, but not right now. And I pray in the name of Jesus that God will begin to send that for you. And what I'm hearing in my spirit for you is redeeming love. And I pray that the Father will send your redeeming love. He is going to send your redeeming love to you. It's going to redeem you. It's going to, Father, in the name of, it's going to redeem your joy. It's going to redeem your peace. It's going to redeem even the little Lakeisha in you, the little girl you. Even the things that you desire as a little girl, your redeeming love can begin to honor and love and begin to nurture even your little girl you. And so, Father, I thank you in the name of Jesus that this woman that is sitting before me is a powerful woman of God, a powerful woman, Father, a woman of vision and creativity. And Father, in the name of Jesus, I just pray that you will begin to open up her creativity even the more, Father, that you will begin to breathe upon her fresh ideas, fresh dreams. God, I pray that you will speak to her even in her dreams, that you will begin to cause her to see things even as she sleeps. And not only, God, giving her visions and dreams, but giving her the wherewithal and the strength and the favor to carry them out in the name of Jesus. And I pray that everything that you put your hands to do will prosper in the name of Jesus. Nothing that you will put your hands to do will fail. I decree that over your life. Failure will not be your portion. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. Thank you so much.
So welcome.
Hey, y'all. We don't just highlight what's happening in Detroit. We also highlight people's lives here at Courageous Detroit Radio. This is What's Up in the D. What up, y'all? All right. What up, though? We in Detroit, y'all. We in Detroit. Detroit is always live. Detroit is one of the fastest growing new cities in the United States. So, y'all, we are here. We live. This is Courageous Detroit Radio right here at Beautiful Coffee House here on Plymouth Road between Fielding and Evergreen Roads. Come on out. They got great food. They got great coffee, great beverages. It's a beautiful place to come to. The staff is awesome. You can't beat it. You want to come out. You got to come out. You can't miss it. Come out, bring your sweetie, have a cup of coffee. Just get out of the house, get away from the TV for a minute. Just come on out and say hi. Say, hey, we heard y'all on Courageous. We want to come out and check you out. Maybe you want to come out here, maybe do a proposal. It is Valentine's Day.
Love that.
Well, it is Valentine's Day. Somebody just got a big bouquet of roses a little bit ago. So beautiful. Somebody's really liked out here, which is awesome. But hey, I'm going to bring it on back. We got our illustrious leader, Mr. Keith Williams. this is all his vision, and we just fell into the site, fell into the pool. So now we swimming. He's our lifeguard. He's taught us how to tread water. Now we learning how to stroke the waves. Courageous Detroit is really taking off. So we're back. Come on, Mr. Williams, what you got to tell us?
Well, keep talking over there. Well, I'm enjoying this. It's a beautiful day. It's a lovely day because it's Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully, folks go out to dinner tonight, enjoy themselves, give their husband or their person a hug, and whatever y'all do after that, that's y'all business. But at the end of the day, it's a great day. So, Brianna is going to interview me about my book, Obstacles Conquered. So I'm going to turn it over to the illustrious, the beautiful Brianna Lowe.
Mr. Williams, thank you for giving me a shot today to speak and to interview you. I hope you know how much I appreciate you, how much I see you as a mentor, and just a vital resource and just an inspiration. So thank you. I feel very honored to be here today sitting next to you to talk about your book, Obstacles Conquered. I know we talked about this from the very, very beginning. And I want to get to know a little bit more about your mindset when you decided to sit down and put this book together. What were you thinking? What did you want to accomplish with this book?
To me, it's about generational. When I leave this earth, I want my grandkids to know who their granddaddy was. And we don't do that in our families, leave history, and tell the story about how you got from point A to point B. And so that was one of the most important things to me, that people knew my story. But more importantly, my grandkids and my nieces and nephews knew how I got to where I'm at today.
All right. And I know in the book, you start off talking about your family, the foundation. You refer to your late father, Frederick Williams, as well as those other men who served as like your surrogate fathers. Can you kind of tell us a little bit more about them and how they've made that impact in your life?
We're in a day and age now, there's no father figures like I had when I was growing up. I had Mr. Williams, my daddy. I had Mr. Gordy, who stayed across the street from me. He taught me how to ice skate. We was ice skating in the hood, and you think ice skating goes into an Adam Butzel, okay? But Mr. Gordy taught us how to ice skate, but he also was another father figure for me. I got started running track because of Mr. Gordy. And track took me into college because of Mr. Gordy. But my father was my father. I miss him dearly. He had this saying, and he told every kid when he was a baseball coach until the day he died, his word was, nobody's better than you. And that has stuck with me through all my life. And my father, I'm going to tell you his tenacity. My father was on dialysis. Him and my mother was a team. The Church of New Covenant was on Puritan and Belden, and we had this park called Midland Park. My father would come from dialysis and go to the park. My mother helped him out for a little bit, but then she goes to the church. The church, he had a program called Feed My Sheep. My father was feeding kids. But at the end of the day, they all came together. The family, when my mother and father came home, we still had to eat. We still had to be at the table with them. That's what I saw every day. My father didn't have money, but he had God's gift, the gift to try to help somebody else other than yourself. And so that's where I get that from. I saw it every day. And so, I'll never forget this. Now, I was getting ready to go to college. I'm the only child out of 9 to finish high school and finish college. The day I was getting ready to go to Eastern Michigan, I'll never forget this. Mr. Rooks stayed across the street from me. He was the neighborhood cab service. So as I was putting my luggage in the car, my mother made this homemade you know, them homemade chests. She put a rope around it. I said, Mama. But she said, this is all we got. So as I was putting my stuff in the trunk, I looked at my parents, and both of them was crying. And I felt so good about that. I had tears in my eyes because I was not a disappointment to my parents. Not to say my brothers and sisters were bad, but I chose otherwise. And it started because I truly believe this. In my book, I talk about changing zip codes. At the back of the book, it has the different zip codes I went. I started and where I finished at, and those zip codes did a lot for my life. It started in 1963 when I was in the 3rd grade. Detroit Public Schools started a busing program. I went from Fitzgerald, which was on Green Lawn and Puritan, to a school called McKinney. On McKinney, it was on 7 Mile and Burke Road. And at that time, Edgewater Park was out there. And so I went from the 3rd grade to the 6th grade. And I'll never forget, we going down the street, and white folks would say, here come the niggers. Okay? And so from the 3rd grade to the 6th grade, I had an interesting experience. And I don't know what was on the teacher's mind, but it helped me immensely. Every kid in the 6th grade in my class had to take a black kid home for lunch. And to this day, I'm still trying to find Joel Rosenberg. Me and Joel, we followed each other from elementary, middle school, and high school. And I got his picture and I'm trying to find him. He's in my book. He took me home, and so that was different. I grew up around white kids on my street, but this was different. And so when I got to Henry Ford, when I went to Metatron, another zip code change, but these zip codes were 48221. I came out of 48238. And then I went from 48221 to 48197. That's Ypsilanti. So I know all my zip codes. And every zip code I went to, my life got better. Instead of my life getting worse, I changed my zip codes. And then I say Metatron High School, Metatron Middle School was an experiment that went right. And I'll tell you why. We always think black folks are bad, uneducated. The kids I went to school, their parents were doctors, educators, social workers. They was part of the intellectual tree. And then I'll tell a story. I had a friend, and men are still close as that, Nancy Flake. Her father was Dr. Flake. Her brother was Dr. Tom Flake. He went to high school with us at Henry Ford, a little bit older than we were. But this was the thing that turned my life around. I never saw a white piano in a dining room. I said, when she lived on Oakland Boulevard, back in those days, Oakland Boulevard was an upper crust. Okay, so all my experiences changed my life. It made my life better. So does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. And Joe Rosenberg, if you're out there, reach out. We're looking for you.
Oh yeah, that was a wonderful experience. And I keep wondering, why did that teacher do that? But she was a visionary herself when she did that.
That's absolutely incredible, Mr. Williams. What I also love about your book is that you also talk about the history of Detroit and how that impacted you as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that journey you gave us a little bit tidbit, but from the Black Bottom through some of those zip codes and kind of the lesson that you want young people to take away from that? From when I hear you speak about it, it's a matter of not letting where you are define who you are. You define that through the journey, through the connections, through the exposure. Can you kind of dive more into that?
Everybody, you got to know your history if you know where you want trying to go. And I'm gonna tell you this: doing this reparation thing, it taught me a lot. It's some history I did not know. But black folks came to Detroit to work at Ford Motor Company for $5. running away from the segregated South, the brutality of the South, and they moved to Detroit to live a better life. When they got to Detroit, instead of getting $5, they got $3. And so, in a new terrain, you have to have a place to stay. Well, there was no housing for black people. They moved. There was an area called Black Bottom, which the name of Black Bottom was Black Dirt. It was Black Dirt. So they moved us in that direction, and the ownership was owned by somebody else that don't look like me and you. So we were renters from 1930 all the way up to about 1960. And so what happened is, like they've done in all through these cities throughout the United States where the population is black, they run a freeway system. And when they did that, back in those days, I don't know if these older brothers heard about part of Black Bottom. We had prosperity, but we didn't have ownership. That was the difference. We had businesses, but we didn't own the establishment. Okay? And so, me, that was hurtful. And so, and I saw my daddy, and my brothers and sisters tell me, black men went through a lot back in those days, just to try to raise their families. The 1943 race riot was caused because we were trying to move over on the northeast side. And if you go to the northeast side, it's a place called Sojourner Truth. It's a housing complex. See, the population, the two biggest populations was 29 in 1940. 1929, 129,000 black folks came from the South. But there was 6,000 already here in 1906. And they worked at Packard Motor. Packard Motor back in those days was the luxury car manufacturers. Up until 1950 when they merged with Studebaker. Okay, they went out of business. Then Cadillac started coming, Ford Motors started coming, and then whole trajectory of the automotive industry changed. But in 1943, race riot was because they didn't want us to go live in northeast Detroit. And then in the 40s, they built Burwood, the Burwood Wall. And this wall separated black folks from white folks. And Burwood Wall is right off 8 Mile and Pembroke and Chipman in that area. Okay, so black folks went through a lot.
Yes.
Up until 1970, black folks could not live in Rosedale Park. So we've been fighting all our lives to want to take care of ourselves and live the American dream. But at the end of the day, black folks are resilient. Let me tell you, what Lafayette Park is? Lafayette Park at one time was 95% black. When they ran the freeway system through it, it became now it's 95% white ownership. They own everything. So what I'm saying to you is, and so in 2020, I came up with the idea about reparations, local reparations, and it started with me looking at a television show. A young lady named Robin Ruth Simmons. She created this thing in Evanston, Illinois, municipality reparation, local harms that caused us for not closing the wealth gap. And I said to my wife sitting next to me, I said, if they can do that in Evanston, Illinois, 50% black, then why can't we do it in Detroit? It's 85% black. So I concocted this idea to put it on the ballot, and we won by 80% of vote. And so the history of Detroit has not been fair to us, but more importantly, it has gave us growth. But when we get to a point, we shouldn't have given it back when we elected Mike Duggan. We owned it, we should have kept it.
Yeah.
So if I'm telling the whole story, that's to my knowledge.
All right. So I know how important it is to you to have this book in the hands of as many young people in Detroit as possible. When you think about our young people in Detroit, our youth, what do you think is one of the biggest obstacles that they're facing that you want to kind of help them through?
I'm telling black men to own up to their responsibility. A young man without a father is going to go down a dangerous course. Black men, if you make a baby, you take care of it. That's what I was taught. I raised my son, and I gave him everything I could give him, wisdom, and I'm still raising a grown-up now. But these kids got so many obstacles, and the biggest obstacle is defeating poverty. If you're in an impoverished situation, it's going to be hard. And so when I was elected official, my whole thing is, how do we close the wealth gap? How do we close the poverty gap so our kids can live the American dream? Home ownership, raising a family, getting yourself educated, and participating in a positive way. All I saw was working class men taking care of their families. I saw men every morning at 3 o'clock getting in their car, going to some factory job. I knew when the men was coming home, the aroma of food. Back in those days, we didn't have a dryer. What we had was the women had the clotheslines. So we were very creative. So our kids need to see that. You go in neighborhoods, everything is desolate, blight and all that other stuff. Just imagine walking through that every day, and you don't see nothing different. That's why zip codes is very important to a person's life. Every zip code you go to, it should be upward, not downwards. And so I truly believe that, and these kids don't see that. In the summer, I swam that post. When last time you see the black kids swimming? But I got a guy named Javon, who's a part of Courageous Games. He has one of the best swimming programs for black kids in Michigan. Our kids need to see everything, just not a few things. They should be playing chess like my man over here with his grandson. They should be playing checkers. They should be playing some sports, because sports shows you how teamwork works. It teaches you about discipline. I've been getting up every morning at 5 o'clock since I was 18 years old, because I was either going to work or I was playing some sports. And you have to be disciplined. Our kids need to see that. When I see my grandsons, I got them on allowance. They got to show me what they did to increase their allowance. But I also show them love. Black men need to see love. The fathers need to take care of their responsibility, hug their sons. Because if you raise a young man right, he's gonna be a beautiful husband down the road. I truly believe that. I'm an old-fashioned brother.
That's awesome, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, and I'm the only child out of 9 that finished high school and finished college. Not to say my brothers are bad or indifferent. My trajectory is different. But guess what? I'm still trying to take care of my family. Either financially or through just leading by example. And I'm telling these kids, you can overcome anything. It's the mindset. What's that saying? So as you think, as so as you are. Believe.
Yes.
And the school system gotta educate our kids. You walking into doldrum and negativity every day. What's gonna happen? You're going through hell and back. When I get up in the morning, I already laid my clothes out for the next day. That's an old-fashioned way. See, I can tell this all day long. See, I grew up when the brothers driving 98s and deucing the quarters. Okay? I saw the brothers with the hair did, but they was sharp every day. Now you see brothers with suits and gym shoes on. I didn't see that. I really didn't see that. Am I right or wrong, brother? Hey, I turned 70 last Friday. Hey, I saw the brothers, they was together. They worked in the plants. But on the weekends, come on. It's different now. We done brought into that white man's mentality. We're the greatest culture on earth.
Yes, we are. Facts.
And so I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to do what's right. And my book tells it all to tell my story.
Yeah.
I done been to the White House. I done been a Republican too. I went to, when I was in the Republican Party, I went to the White House 3 times. Under George H. Bush. But guess what? That's where I get that business side from.
Yeah.
They racist too. I got a grandson. But I believe use them like they're using you.
Message.
If they're gonna use me, I'm gonna use you too. But you gotta have a strategy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this quick story, then I'm gonna let y'all end this, interview somebody else. I moved from Detroit to Mesquite to start a printing business. To get there, I met this Republican, rich Republican. I said, I can't make it in Detroit. He said, if you come to Mesquite, I can get you some help. I said, Mesquite? I don't know nothing about the place. So I went to a meeting with the banker. He took me to this meeting, and he told me this, and he patted me on my leg like this. And him and the banker started having a conversation. And the next thing you know, guess what the banker asked me? How can I help you? And I asked him, he says, how much? I just threw a figure out. I said, $150,000. He said, when can you move? I moved up to Hendrick. I moved up to Muskegon. And a year later, I had to move back because the black folks hated me and the white folks hated me.
Lord.
Because I was a stranger. Black folks thought in Muskegon Heights, they thought I was taking their stuff. Then white folks, they historical patterns. And so I tried. But guess what I did? I talked to Baker and let me take equipment back to Detroit. So it's all about strategy.
Strategy.
It's all about having a plan. It's about knowing where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
If you don't know where you're trying to go, you ain't gonna go nowhere. So my book, In the Obstacle Conquer, trying to tell a kid, you can go somewhere, but there's gonna be some bumps in the road getting there. But you can get there.
You can get there. Yeah. Establishing your vision.
Establish your vision.
Think big.
Think big.
Yep.
Be prosperous.
Love that. Last but not least, before I leave, call to action, CTX. I'm a marketer, PR person. Where can we get your book, Mr. Williams?
Well, we're still working on that end of it.
Okay.
Maybe you can help me with that.
So we're going to do a book tour.
We're going to do a book tour.
We're going to be on Amazon.
Yes.
So we're going to get online orders filled for folks to pick up that book.
And then we got 2 more books coming out.
We got 2 more books coming out.
Undefeated. The book about I lost when I was a county commissioner, but I found a new space. And you don't have to be undefeated. You can move forward. Then the next, and the final book we're going to be doing is about the reparations movement. I made history.
Yes. Love that.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
All right, don't move. All right, y'all. This is Courageous Detroit Radio Network. We are at What's Up in the D. This is a vision of Mr. Keith Williams. And we are at the Beautiful Coffee House here on Plymouth Road between Fielding and Evergreen in the great city of Detroit, Michigan. Y'all can stop through. I think they close around 6 o'clock today, but stop through. They got an event happening today in a few minutes, and people up here playing chess with their families. They're enjoying the atmosphere and just enjoying what's here. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to Courageous Detroit Network Radio. Y'all tune in every day, 24 hours a day, to www.courageousdetroitradiostation.com for all easy listening, great shows, great information. Tomorrow is Sunday. You know it's all about God tomorrow. So y'all tune in tomorrow and listen to several of the shows that we have coming on the radio, starting at 11 a.m. with Pastor Rudy, all the way from Chicago. And on Saturday mornings, Mr. Williams and I are on WCHB Radio, Detroit Radio, the soul, the voice of the church at 1340 AM radio. So you can get that if you download the app Radio Box. You can listen to WCHB through the radio through that app, as well as you can listen to Courageous Detroit Radio Station through that app as well. Y'all stay tuned, stay locked. This your girl Wendy Dorsey from Courageous Detroit Radio Station Network. Y'all stay tuned, stay late. We got some great stuff coming up. This is not the last of What's Up in the D on location in Detroit, highlighting one of the great establishments, black-owned establishments in the city of Detroit. Y'all stay tuned. Keep listening. Keep watching. You know, I'm gonna give you the information anyway. And don't forget, June 27th is the Soul Festival, Soul Village Street Festival, June 27th. All of you vendors that are interested in selling, contact us. Go on to the website. You can contact us so we can get you a package out for vending. We are there. And of course, you cannot forget Soul Day at Northwestern High School. It's been going on since 1967, right here in the great city of Detroit. Y'all stay tuned, stay locked. Like I said, we are here, we are live, we in effect, we in charge, we ain't going nowhere. What up, though? All right, love y'all. See you soon. Bye-bye.
We should thank the establishment.
We definitely want to thank the owner and the staff here at Brutiful Coffee House for allowing us to come out and share this time with you all, give you all this information on Detroit history. You know what? The one thing you really need to, if you can, listen to Mr. Williams and a lot of his friends. They give you a lot of history of Detroit. You know, native Detroiter, born, raised, still living here. Lives in the city of Detroit, not the suburbs. He lives in the city of Detroit. You know, Wayne County Commissioner at one time, now Wayne County Sheriff. He has definitely got his ear on the street and his heart is for the city of Detroit. So y'all, you know, make sure you tune into WCHB. You get a lot of history of what's happening, information of what's happening in the political side of Detroit. His show on Wednesdays on WCHB, you get more information as to what the people are thinking about, how they feel about what's happening here in Detroit. But there's a lot of great stuff happening in Detroit. Detroit is growing. Detroit is back. Detroit is almost where it was when I was a teenager here in the 70s. It's still great. It's still a great city. Once you hear, you'd never leave. I don't care where you go. I lived in California for 20 years, but I was always a native Detroiter. So y'all, and I came back. I was gone for a long time, but I came back. And, you know, some great things are happening. And every time I get ready to try to leave, God said, nope, not today. You got to stay a little bit longer. We got some more work for you to do. But anyway, y'all, we definitely want to thank all the staff here at Brutiful Coffee House here on Plymouth Road. We want to thank y'all so much for having us out. Y'all been wonderful, great hosts. This place is awesome, 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 awesome. All right, y'all, we out of here. We got some more stuff we got to do. Me and Mr. Williams are hanging all day, but it's time for us to go.
Take care.
Love you much. Peace out. It's your girl, Wendy Dorsey, Courageous Detroit Radio Network. Good to go? All right.
Thanks for coming out.
Detroit, stand courageous. It's your hour, your voice. I'm Keith Williams. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. From the heart of the city, rising strong each day, we lift our voices up and won't be turned away. Truth in every story, hope in every line, walking boldly forward, your journey, your time. Stand courageous, hey. Stand tall, hey. We're called to rise, no fear at all. Together in the struggle, together in the song, with courage as our anthem, we all belong. This is courageous Detroit.